A very warm welcome to the top three finishers of the FIA Formula One Austrian Grand Prix. In third place, Charles Leclerc. In second place, Oscar Piastri. And taking his seventh career win in Formula One and his third of this 2025 campaign, our winner, Lando Norris. Congratulations, Lando. It was a thrilling victory for you today. What was the most pleasing aspect of it for you?
Crossing the line at the end. That was the best bit, but there was plenty of fun. Along the way with Oscar in the first stint, especially. Some close moments, some good battles. Just a lot of laps of looking in my mirrors out of turn 1 and all the way down to turn 3. So, stressful for sure. Not like the most comfortable position to be in, but was a good battle between us. And did quite a long race from that point onwards because I never had a lovely gap, and Oscar kept coming at me the next two stints. So, good fun, but a tricky race, but well managed.
This was the first time that we've seen you and Oscar going wheel to wheel for a prolonged period. Did you learn anything new about him today?
No. We just had some good battles, and we've had a couple in the past. Granted, they probably didn't last as long as they did this weekend, but today. But no, I think we both, knew what to expect from each other. We both want to race hard and race fair. It goes both ways, and of course, kind of have to put Montreal behind us and behind me for sure. And it's something I wish never happened, but it was nice that we could go out and have a good battle and push things to the limits. And it was still close. Still some close moments, but nothing that was hopefully something that would make Andrea or the pit wall sweat too much.
The pace today, Lando, was frenetic. You were 20 seconds ahead of Charles in third place. Were you pushing hard in all three stints?
Yeah, especially stint 1. I think we got like 10 laps in. The gap was already like 5 seconds. And I knew what our pit stop window was going to be. I was planning to be. And I was like, there's no chance we're going to make it to the pit stop here. So I was, because Oscar was pushing too. And I think we knew quite quickly that we weren't racing the Ferraris behind with a quick race car. And it was kind of eyes forward. But it's just this first stint was difficult just because I couldn't get my battery up. And it was a quite strategic part of the race. And I just was always vulnerable for those reasons. But as soon as I kind of did the pit stop, I could get the battery back up for the first time, and then I could be a little bit more comfortable.
This is a great springboard for you ahead of your home race at Silverstone next weekend. Are you expecting the updated parts on the McLaren to perform strongly through Silverstone's fast sweeps?
It was a tough battle. It was close at some points, probably pushing the limits a bit much from my side once or twice. But we're fighting for race wins in Formula One. It's going to be pretty tough work and pretty hard. So I thought it was an entertaining race. I think after the first stop, maybe we didn't do the right thing, giving Lando some breathing room, but the first 20 laps were pretty intense. So it was a good battle.
Why did you pit 4 laps later than Lando?
I knew that I was always going to be pitting second in that scenario, and for me, it felt like if I couldn't stay within DRS, then getting back inside 1 second was going to be very, very tough. So I kind of wanted to go a bit different and give myself some fresher tires and hopefully be able to use them at the end of the stint. It didn't really pan out that way, unfortunately, but that was the thinking at least. So we'll go back and look and see whether that was the right thing to do. But in the moment, I was always going to lose some amount of time by pitting a lap later. So I kind of went, why not try something a bit different?
It was a great battle with Lando. Just how crucial was it for you to pass Charles on the run to turn one?
Yeah, it made a big difference. It meant I could stay in DRS from the start, and DRS is very powerful here, so that certainly helped with my battle, or in the battle at the start. So yeah, that was an important moment of the race, and then it pretty quickly became clear that it was just going to be a fight between us two, and yeah, that was a key moment.
It was a fight between you two here. Given what you now know about the car, do you think it'll be a 2-horse race at Silverstone next weekend as well?
I hope so, but you never know. Canada, we kind of thought we'd be good there, and we weren't. Here, we expected to be good, but probably not as good as we have been. So, I think we should be confident that we'll be decent. I think that's fair to say, but how quick we are, we'll find out next week.
All right, Oscar, very well done to you as well. Thank you. And Charles, let's come to you. Your third podium in 4 races. What were the key moments for you this afternoon?
Oh, I did not expect that question. There wasn't very many key moments on my side. I mean, obviously the start, I wish I had done a bit of a better job to be completely alongside Lando. Maybe that will have changed a little bit, but that will have changed a little bit for 3 or 4 laps. I don't think we had the pace to stay there in front. And basically from that turn 1 to the end, it was a very boring race. I was on my own and I was just trying to manage quite a few issues that we had on our side. I mean, let's not call them issues, but we've got to do some management in the situation we're in at the moment. I won't go into the detail, but the lift and coast was a little bit frustrating. We paid a little bit the price of it on the first stint, I think, but then the second and last stint was a bit more positive, which was good. But let's say that there weren't many key moments apart from the start.
Having put a race distance on the upgrades this weekend, are you confident that they are a good step forward?
They are definitely a step forward, yes. And I think it helped us to be on the podium today. The team has done an incredible job at pushing to try and get them as early as possible. I know that they are still pushing extremely hard to have other upgrades as soon as possible, which I hope will make another difference and will help us to be a bit closer to McLaren, to Red Bull in their good days, or to Mercedes even in their good days. So yeah, we are pushing hard, and I hope that we see the result as soon as possible.
So it was a step forward. Are you surprised by the pace of McLaren this afternoon?
Surprise is probably not the right word. The first stint was poor on our side, but the second and last stint I thought was reasonable, but I've got to look. I mean, I was focused on my race and I didn't see all the lap times. I saw the gap at the end of the race and it's not the gap that you would want to see, but that's unfortunately the gap that we've had, if not more, since the beginning of the season. So for us, we are working a little bit in relative to the others. And for now, this weekend, it's a step forward. And I hope that we can do another one as soon as possible.
Okay. Very well done to you as well. Let's open this to the floor. Who's got a question, please? Yeah, Luke.
Luke Smith from The Athletic. Lando, you mentioned Canada and wanting to put that behind you. How perfect a response has this whole weekend felt? Because you've been P1 every single session, and to soak up all the pressure that Oscar put you under, does it feel like you've maybe not proved a point, but to yourself even, just to bounce back like this?
I mean, it's certainly, it's fulfilling for me. It gives me good confidence. I don't need to prove any points or prove anything to anyone, honestly. I like to prove things to myself, I guess, probably more than anything. So certainly it's been a good, clean weekend from FP2 onwards. Felt very comfortable and very on top of the car, and performed exactly as I want to and as I need to. So I think I just had a clean weekend. That's what I had. It's not that I've not been able to do it before, and the pace has always been there at certain points. It's just there's been some different reasons for different things, but certainly coming in today and yesterday to do the job that I did, I'm pretty happy with. But it doesn't come easily. It doesn't come just because I've turned up this weekend and just things are better. It's I'm working a lot. I'm doing a lot more work than I used to away from the track with the team on the simulator, on with my own team on trying to improve everything that I can, both on and off the track. And I think it's more a positive thing to see a lot of those things paying off immediately. And good step in the right direction. Still need more, still want more. So we'll keep working.
Thank you, Lando. Next one.
Leonid Kluv, Grande Premio question for Oscar. Do you think the team should have insisted on pitting you right after Lando and give you a chance to win? Thank you.
I don't know yet. We'll go back and look through it. Like I said before, I think, I was always going to lose time by pitting second. And, I had past experience of being, just stuck outside DRS, and that was a pretty painful place to be in the past. So I didn't really want to be there again. And, in the moment, I thought that giving myself a bit more work to do, but with better tyres, was going to be an interesting option. So, with hindsight, maybe you can say it wasn't the right call, but, there's a lot of things you can say in hindsight.
Thanks, Oscar. Next.
Lawrence Edmondson, ESPN. Another question for Oscar. The team described that move at turn 4 as too marginal over the team radio. Sorry, I missed the very start of this, so if you've already gone through this, no worries. But what was your interpretation of that? And Andrea said you apologised as soon as you crossed the line, or at least acknowledged as soon as you crossed the line that perhaps it was a step too far in aggression.
I thought it was a fair comment. Locking up and missing the back of your teammate by not a lot is certainly pushing the boundaries. So, even if I hadn't have been told anything, I didn't think it was a wise decision to try that one again. So, a fair comment, and nothing more than that.
Okay, thanks. Next.
Joel Godin, F1 Milag.hu. Charles, on Friday you seemed struggle quite a bit with the pace, but for Saturday your pace improved quite a lot. That was the results of some setup changes, or what happened?
Yeah, we changed quite a lot of things on the car. Obviously, I missed FP1, so FP2 was all about trying to understand where we were, and then for FP3 we'll do the big change in order to recenter ourselves. And I think we did a really good job from Friday to Saturday, only with one session to be able to recenter ourselves. And as soon as I got into the car in FP3, the car was feeling a lot better. I didn't do the long runs with the setup of today, but there wasn't any bad surprises as well. So I think we did a good job by maximizing the car potential this weekend.
Okay, thank you. Another one?
Yeah, Luke Smith from the Athletic. Another one for Lando. You talk about those improvements and those work you've been doing. You and Will were having quite a lot of chatter through the race, and you were asking quite openly, look, I need help in some of these corners. Is that part of that extra work you've been doing? Because it does seem that you guys are not talking more on the radio, but at least about those sort of granular details in terms of where can I find more pace and in particular corners.
It's part of it. Probably not the kind of precise stuff that I've been working on, but that's just part of, I would say, the general improvements we've been trying to make. I think it's more normal improvements that I've been trying to make. And just things, I think you need when you're trying to win a race. As much as I like to not have any radio and just do my own thing and concentrate, when you got some quick guys behind you or ahead of you, there's nothing wrong with asking for a bit of guidance and a bit of help every now and then. I'm just trying to utilize the guys I got around me. My engineers, my performance engineers, they're looking at a lot more data than I can see. Obviously, I'm the one in the car, but when you got a guy catching you here and there are some corners where you can improve, then I want to know those things. So I would say that's nothing more than just general improvements, but also me trying to be a bit more accepting of some help sometimes.
Thanks, Lando. Okay, one more. Yes.
Phil Duncan, PA. Lando, you spoke about Silverstone there and your own grandstand and the 140,000 fans. Does that bring it any extra pressure, or are you ready to use that to your advantage to get a second win in as many weeks? And to Oscar, obviously Silverstone is Lando's home turf. You two guys are leading the World Championship. Are you braced at all for uneasy or perhaps hostile reception from the British fans?
Oh, you wait. I mean, I certainly hope that part's not going to happen. The British fans are normally very accepting for all of us, and especially for us as McLaren. So I think the first point should be for all the fans to embrace everyone and to support everyone. But yeah, certainly for me, I don't think it's any more pressure. Of course, it's a place I want to win more than anywhere else, but it doesn't change anything. Just puts a bit more of a smile on my face every morning when I wake up. But it probably distracts me in a way, in a good way, more than anything. That I got my own grandstand and I got kind of more reasoning for different things, and more of a positive distraction, I would say, more than pressure. There's pressure in every race. There's pressure to win today, to be on pole yesterday. I don't think I can put myself under any more pressure, so that doesn't change anything, but more just something to look forward to enjoy every day, enjoy every lap, enjoy the experience, because it's still, for me, the experience, to have my own grandstand, to have so many of my fans there supporting me, cheering me on. So very excited for it. Kind of want to go there now, but yeah, I could do with a good sleep as well. So
I don't think so. There we go. I mean, a couple of years ago they were chanting my name in the crowd, so that was unexpected. I'm not sure I'll quite get that again, which is fair enough. But I don't know. I feel like the fans in general this year have been a bit nicer to us. I mean, we didn't even have Max Verstappen fans booing us today, so that was a nice change. But I think, they've always been very accepting of me. Obviously race for a British team, and I think they're big fans of everything Papaya, and it includes both of us. So, obviously I'm expecting there to be a lot more Lando fans than me fans, but that's fair. It's his home race as well, so I think it'll be fine.
Okay, thanks both. Yeah, another one.
Bonjour, Axel for Motors Inside. Question for all three. During the race, we still saw a lot of time cancelled because of track limits. However, this morning we know now the track will be on the calendar for many years. So what do you think? Maybe the track is not adapt for actual F1.
I'm very surprised that there were track limits. I don't know. Maybe turn 3?
where? I think they just when we've gone off track, no?
Yeah.
Like when we made a mistake, we've locked up. The thing is, we get a penalty for making a mistake. You get a warning for making a mistake.
There was no penalties today, but there was a lot of time cancelled. So is it a problem or?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think it's a problem anymore. I think the changes that have been made to the track are actually pretty good to stop the problem that there was before. So yeah, it's not a problem. But actually, I think it should anyway be a discussion. I don't know if anybody took a penalty today, but I feel like it's already a big penalty enough, as Lando was saying. It's enough of a penalty to go off now on a track like this. So but I don't think it's a problem.
Yeah, I agree. I think they got the gravel in the main corners where if you go off, you're going to gain time, and you can't gain time anymore. Like I went off and I lost a lot of time. So I think we just get the warnings now, but only when we lock up and we go off. Like, I mean, it's the same as me last year. I got a 5-second penalty for trying to overtake, trying to race in a race. Makes sense. But like those things, I think you should is a bit stupid. But no, I think this track's a lot better than if you think like a couple of years ago, it was like 200 off tracks. Now it's, I think, no penalties. So.
Lando, thank you very much for that. We will leave it there. Very well done. Great race. Thank you.
Yeah, we are at the end of the post-race press conference at the Austrian Grand Prix. The first thing is that I just want to say sorry to being at the right bottom of the screen. I need to be there because of the YouTube rules, and I just need to comment some comments about the press conference. As I was saying yesterday, that definitely it didn't happen any surprise. Lando Norris will win this race easily, and that thing just happened today at the Austria. Lando was dominating the all of the week in every single session. He was at the first place, and also today we saw just that Lando Norris perfect pace, and also the McLaren's perfect pace. And if we need to talk about anything for the Oscar Piastri, I think like he just tried so hard to overtake let's say Lando Norris and to take that win, but just Lando Norris today was on his shape, and he was like absolutely driving without any mistakes. If you remember, Oscar Piastri had one or two moments on this race. He had a little bit mistakes, but overall I think he just he did best of himself to try and overtake Lando Norris, but let's say he couldn't manage that because of the Lando's performance, and also after that pit stop, I think they made a mistake with their strategy, but as he said on the press conference, they needed to try something different, but they couldn't make any difference at the end of the race. He just was, let's say, lucky at the start of the race. He just overtook Charles Leclerc, and let's say he had much more opportunity to fight with Lando Norris, because if there was a Charles Leclerc also, he needed to fight with Leclerc, and let's say to lost a lot of tires. And if he came to Charles Leclerc, I think, let's say for the Ferrari, for this car with these upgrades and everything, I think it was the perfect position to finish for the Ferrari at the third place. I think it was perfect result for them. Also, Lewis Hamilton was at the fourth place. They collected, let's say, a lot of points. They got the advantage with a Mercedes on the constructor championship. But let's say Ferrari needs to do more than this to become something much more bigger, to become a champion. But until right now, I think it will be impossible for the Ferrari. Here I'm going to finish with my comments. As always, for the question part of the press conference, I'm going to leave to our viewers. Just don't forget to like this video, to comment it, and also subscribe to the channel.